Here's the answer for the day 3 bell work. Let's see what you can do with multiplying fractions. Simplify each. Question A, the first number is the fraction 1/2. The second number is the fraction 1/2, and the operation is to multiply them. In yesterday's bell work, I tried to make the case that before you grab a calculator or start writing down work on paper, that you think about the problem to see if there is a quick way to do it in your head. 1/2 times 1/2 means find 1/2 of 1/2. That's 1/4. Think about the fractions in the context of being part of an object. Here is a round pizza. I'm going to split it up into 4 equal-sized slices. Half of the pizza is these 2 slices. Now what's half of that half of the pizza? That would be this one slice out of 4 slices. Half of half a pizza is 1/4 of the pizza. The rule for multiplying fractions is very straightforward. To multiply fractions, multiply the numerators together, and then multiply the denominators together. 1 times 1 makes 1. 2 times 2 makes 4. If this fraction has an equivalent simpler form, you do what's called reducing the fraction. 1/4 cannot be written in any simpler form. Question B, 1/2 times 6/7. Think about the meaning of that. We're asked to find half of 6/7. Well, what's half of 6? 3. Half of 6/7 is 3/7. Alternatively, you can perform the multiplication rule. Multiply the numerators together and then multiply the denominators. 1 times 6 makes 6. 2 times 7 makes 14. Check to see if this is in simplest form. Is there an equivalent fraction to 6 out of 14 that uses simpler numbers? Yes, there is. Both numerator and denominator are divisible by the number 2. 6/14 is equivalent to 3/7, which is a simpler version of this portion. Question C, 3/4 times 20. Let's see if we can mentally think through the answer. What's 1/4 of 20? Dividing 20 into 4 equal parts would make 5 items in each of those parts. 1/4 of 20 is 5. So then what's 3/4 of 20? That would be 3 times 5, 15. This problem can be done by writing out all the steps on paper. 3/4 times 20 over 1. 3 times 20 is 60. 4 times 1 is 4. But then you have to investigate 60 over 4 to make sure that it is simplified, because that's what the directions asked for, right? Simplest form. 60 actually divides by 4, creating the whole number 15. Question D, 5/6 times 3/8. This means, what is 5/6 of 3/8? I'm not really sure on that. Because multiplication is commutative, meaning the order of the two numbers does not matter, you could also think of this as meaning, what is 3/8 of 5/6? Again, I'm not really sure. These fractions are not as easy to work with as having halves or thirds or quarters. So with a problem like this, the fastest, most efficient way to do the problem is probably to apply the rule. Multiply the numerators together and then multiply the denominators. 5 times 3 is 15, and in the denominator, 6 times 8 is 48. Now check to see if this simplifies. Can you rewrite 15 over 48 as an equivalent fraction that has simpler numbers? The number 15 divides by 3 and by 5 and by 15. Does 48 divide by any of those? Yes, 48 divides by 3. So we can divide numerator and denominator both by 3, creating 5 over 16. Question E, 18 multiplied by what number is equal to 6? We're starting with 18 and ending up with an answer of 6, which is smaller than 18. That means the number that's multiplied by 18 must be a number less than 1. It must be a fraction. What does that fraction need to be? Well, how is the final result of 6 related to the starting value of 18? 6 is what fractional amount of 18? It is 1/3 of 18.